The LaingBuisson Social Care Conference this year has really taken into account what providers, investors, and commissioners are telling us about what's changing in care, about the real issues that we're facing. We can't avoid the fact that how we work in care is dependent on the people that we can attract. So we have some great stuff, strategic thinking on how we can attract people to work in care and actually keep them enthused. And one of the ways this is playing out is how people can be involved in new initiatives such as environmental sustainability. We're seeing investors and people who are working in care getting more interested in how sustainability plays into the care they provide. Moreover, as a care provider, the sustainability and the energy efficiency of organizations is coming to the fore even more. So we have a whole section on environmental sustainability, and it's become more relevant because of the energy prices, which is so key to care providers. So the new thing about this event is we're thinking about ideas for the next 15, 20 years, which are going to change care. One of the things that I'm really focusing on this conference is the fact that we have a great keynote speaker in Sarah McClinton. And we're also very, very excited to have Anna Dixon from who has chaired the Independent Commission, the Archbishops of York and Canterbury's Independent Commission on Reimagining Care. So while we're looking at the actual issues of care providers, we're also trying to reimagine care, think what it looks like in the future. So people will get access to future thinking. And so in the afternoon of the conference, we actually have two specific streams. One focused on home care, where the session will be keynoted by Jane Townsend, Chief Executive of the Home Care Association. And she will focus on the changing nature of statutory home care and also the options for self-paid home care, private paid home care, because we are looking at a greater integration in systems, in health and care systems, and home care needs to take that into account. And the other stream will be specifically on care homes, where Martin Green of Care England will keynote sessions on the changing face of care, and again focusing on the environmental sustainability. So the insights and the research that people will be fast-tracked to here are what people like Jonathan Freeman of the CareTech Foundation, who's recently set up a coalition of organizations working on environmental sustainability, will give really good insight in what people should be expecting to do over the next few years, including how local authorities are looking at the way care should be changing. Anyone that knows me knows that one of the things that I love doing is bringing people together. So through the day and the lead up to the conference, I will be connecting people, connecting speakers, connecting you with people that you might want to meet who are there on the day. People like Camille Leovold of Abbott's Care doing some new stuff in home care. People like Sarah McClinton of the president of ADAS. People like Martin Green, and also the leaders of two of the biggest care organizations in the country, James Tugendhat, CEO of HC1, and James Thorburn of City and County. Now, as part of the day, networking breaks are key. Networking and lunch breaks will mean that you will have a chance to share ideas, swap ideas with people like Neil Eastwood of Care Friends, Tom Surrey from the DHSC, the Director of Adult Social Care Workforce Issues. So you will be in a maelstrom of people to meet through the day. There'll be exhibitors there showing you new products, new ways of thinking. And so there will be so many opportunities to share ideas in person. And I think we're still starting to exercise the muscle of seeing people in person at these conferences, because in some way we're still coming out of COVID, in that we're still hungry for that face-to-face contact and sharing ideas. So that's one thing I will be progressing through the day and through you in the lead up to the conference. we know the issues facing care. There is one, while we will always talk about funding of care, there is an interesting time, and while I'm talking to investors, people are still keen to invest in care. So one of the key topics we'll be talking about is what can investors expect? What are the directions that we're looking for? So one of the main people speaking at the conference from Mansfield Advisors, who will be looking at the ways that new ways of investing in care and what's actually happening in the care market. So I'm really interested to hear from them. We're also going to hear from people like Claire McMahon at Bupa about sustainable initiatives, and her managing director Rebecca Pearson is also going to be talking about workforce issues. So for me, the key themes that are going to come out of this are workforce issues, sustainability issues, the investment landscape, what we can expect in the future, and bringing it together, how we can reimagine the care that we're going to give people, because our clients, the people that we're supporting, are becoming ever more sophisticated in what they want and asking more of us. So this conference will focus on the responsibility of people supporting, people giving care, and organizations giving care, and local authorities and statutory authorities giving care, because people are expecting more now, even in times where our resources are stretched. So it's important that we talk about these issues, because out of this will come answers, out of this will become ways forward, and we are also looking at a change, potentially new ways of thinking in government, which I think we need to discuss as part of this. So all those issues will come together for delegates on the 7th of June, when we get together, and I want you to tell me what topics are actually of interest to you as well. So through the day, I'll be circulating and you'll see me, and please collar me and tell me what you want to know more about. All of them. I would like to highlight all of the sessions, because I think each one of them will give us ways of different ways of thinking. So I've highlighted that, I will highlight again the fact that investment, what's the investment landscape going to look like over the next 5 years? And that links into the focus on environmental sustainability, which is one of the sessions that I would recommend that people try and attend. But I would also, one of the things that excites me, and I'm still looking at a couple of different speakers, is how the care and health words are merging, are integrating, so that people are no longer talking simply about virtual wards. They're talking about virtual care in the community, where the health services realize that what we offer in social care is community assets that can be used to support people in their own homes, linking in with virtual care. So one of the sessions in the home care session is the evolving role of local authority and statutory body commissioned home care, where there is a focus great more on what can be achieved at home. And I think that's something that providers should really be aware of, and commissioners should really be aware of, and of course investors.